mode, and then 3 minutes later, you actually understand. Oh, I'm actually live. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Chiara Kawana here, executive coach and trainer. And so if you follow me since a while, you know that I like to actually do this live to update you on new podcast episodes. And I haven't done them now in a while during summer break. My kids were home, so it was a little bit difficult to, have them potentially interrupting those lives. But now the kids are back in school and everything is back to normal, natural life flow. And so I thought, let's start again those lives because I really love to engage through this means, thanks to Restream actually allowing me to stream on different platforms at the same time. I really think it's enjoyable and fun to be able to interact on a live matter in a live way setting across different platforms. Now, the only problem is that if you type in some questions, I can't see them, so I'll have to get back to them later. But feel free to write comments and give feedback. Everything is really welcome. So this week episode is about influence, and influence is one of those topics that I really find so fascinating because sometimes I think we're overcomplicating it, and we feel like, oh, I'm not influential enough. I'm not getting people to do what I want, and I need to exercise my influence skills and train them and learn the magic bullets to become a better influencer. And it's true, of course, there is different grades of shade in terms of influence. But what I would like us to celebrate is actually that we're all influencers in some ways, in some manner. and I think it's really important to set the base, because if we are so hard on ourselves and think, oh, I'm such a poor influencer, that sense of scarcity and not being enough will be really difficult to overcome. And instead, we want to be starting from a base. We want to say, okay, actually, I am able to influence. And I want to exercise some new tactics. So what I'm talking in this podcast is actually I differentiate different tactics between hard and soft. And the hard ones are those that require you actually a bit less effort, if you wish, and you don't really need to know the other person so much to be able to influence them. And I'm giving an example of, for example, passing the salt, right? When you're at the table, at the dinner table, and you ask somebody to pass you the salt, that is a form of influence. You're asking somebody to comply with your needs, to comply with your demands. And that person will most likely do what you're asking them to do. So I just want us to celebrate those small acts of persuasion, of influence, because actually, you see, we are influencing other people. Now, if you want our parents to buy us, a new car or something, that is, of course, a different level of complexity. And then that's when you want to tackle more the soft tactics, where you really start playing a little bit of a game of who are you, what are your needs, and how can we have an exchange so that I can get what I want. So I'm going through different tactics, and I think it's interesting to deconstruct them and look at one individually, because then you can decide really consciously and intentionally which one I'm actually thinking that I'm already pretty good at, and which one specifically I am not feeling very comfortable with, and I actually would like to explore and expand further. So then you can really go much more tailored into, I don't want to increase my influence on a generic base. I actually want to really improve that specific tactics into the influence. So the link to the podcast episode is in the show notes. Go and have a listen to, and let me know what you think. Have a wonderful Wednesday.